Morning. It's just
Yeah,
it's just turned afternoon, but
it
yeah,
feels like morning.
it does, mate. It does. Like I'm. There's been a lot of festive drinking and late nights these last
Yeah,
few days, and I don't know about you, but yeah, it's kind of taking its toll a bit.
it is. Yeah, today is
Mm.
just in bed watching the darts all afternoon.
Well,
And
yeah,
footy.
can't argue that really. Yeah, I'm actually going to the KP tonight to watch Liverpool, Leicester Liverpool. I'm not massively looking forward to it because I was just saying. Obviously, they didn't actually play on Boxing Day, so they've had a nice little break. We've got like loads of injuries and COVID and all sorts. So gonna go and watch us get smashed probably, which is
That's a bit of a shit Christmas present, isn't it?
it is a bit. Well, actually, I wasn't. It was intended for Will, but obviously he couldn't come back because of
Yeah.
COVID and stuff. So I've
To be fair,
taken
it'll
him.
be a good game, I think.
Yeah, no, it'll be all right. Yeah, I'm going in with such low expectations. If we get anything out of it, I'll be loving it. Like so. Yeah, and obviously I'm still a little bit annoyed about what happened in the League Cup, so I would love it if we managed to get anything out of it.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to be a 45-minute show today because of the darts afternoon session. Yeah. So do you want to get up? I don't know. Do you want to go straight into it? I don't know if you've got a tab open. Oh, by the way, I have created the head-to-head league. Starting not obviously not starting this game week, starting the next one on the 1st of Jan. So the link is in the description. So everyone who is in the league, Ryan, I don't think you're in the league, but there's a head-to-head league now starting on the 1st of January. Yeah, link, click on it and get involved. But yeah, let's have a gander. Obviously, the deadline hasn't come out yet, is it? It's 1:30.
Yeah. 2 secs. I just get the tab open. I'm in a makeshift office today, aka
my
bed.
My mug is thanks for making a difference. I feel like that's a good mug for this pod. Some of the advice that we dish out on the regs.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say positive difference, so yeah, I guess it's
no, exactly. It can be a difference of any sort.
Oh shit! I just realised this.
What's that?
You'll see in a second. Share screen.
This is my second coffee of the day. The bags under my eyes are unreal. Okay, no, I should put a dash of whiskey in it. I don't have a hip flask, but I was thinking I'd bloody love to take a little bit of whiskey to the game.
Yeah, right. You want to get one of those hats? The fucking
yeah, I have kind of always wanted one of those. We drew.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I didn't even realize.
I didn't know that either. No.
Oh my god.
So in a way, that was like, I should have won basically. The fucking Ronaldo's fucked me over, haven't they? That's what's fucked me.
Yeah, that was really good for me yesterday because anyone who played a free hit or went for Ronaldo or whatever, yeah, that didn't pay off. So I was happy with that. So what? So you were like 2 points 1 point behind, and Ronaldo got a 1.
He got he got yellow card, didn't he? So he only got 2 points overall.
Yeah, not ideal. Yes, Greg. Greg saying it's you boys against each other in the head-to-head today. So that's our private head-to-head, not the Foxes and Fantasy one. Right. Well, I'm clinging on for dear life. I'm clinging on, but at a point I could have really done with a little win there. I took a -4. Did you take anything?
Yeah, I took a -4 as well.
Was it? Yeah. Well, I think we both sort of missed out a bit, didn't we? This past week. I don't know if you want to get into it. Although, having said that, the draft that I had set up, my draft team for a free hit, I didn't have like quite a few of the point scorers. The only ones I had I had, who did I have? I had Son and Laka, maybe.
I think I had Son and KDB, so I probably would have captained, but then I wouldn't have had Ronaldo, so maybe I wouldn't have had KDB. Yeah, I mean, the top guy in like most of the leagues I've seen has been about 60 odd points. So
yeah,
I feel like
that might be Greg, isn't it? Shout out to Greg.
Yeah, I was going to say, we shout Greg out,
Yeah, he was top 50k before last night. I don't know where he ended. Let us know, Greg, how you where you ended up for the week. But yeah, all right. I mean, first draw of the season. At least I didn't lose. I couldn't afford another loss, but I got to start winning some games pretty soon. Having a look then. Regulon was a nice 7 points. And I brought Broha in, and he got an assist at least.
Yeah, nice.
Bit annoying that Man City scored 6 goals and Bernardo and Foden got nothing.
When they scored 7 the other week,
they spread them out, didn't they?
They spread them out, didn't they? Yeah.
Foden obviously didn't start, so fair enough. But Bernardo played 90 minutes, and nothing. I would have been better off with Buddy Madison, which is a bit ironic. We did kind of get smashed, but Madders, mate, consistently looking.
I checked him out earlier. In his last 5 game weeks, there was only 1 game week he didn't do anything. The others he got 10, 16, 10, and 16.
Yeah.
So, you've got nice fixtures coming up after this game as well, so he's definitely on my list.
Yeah, I think I think we were saying the other week. I think I was saying I was gonna try and not play an early wild card. I think I probably am. I think I might wild card after that. Can you do it?
You do it from after half one. Yeah, you should be able to wild card.
Oh, really? All right. Yeah. So that's that's important to know. So yeah, from this week we can now use that second wild card. I think I'm probably going to. And I'm going to just mix things up because I'm getting a bit bored of my team. But yeah, Smith Rowe coming on 3 times and scoring off the bench 3 times is a bit of a miracle as well, isn't it? We got away with that.
Borderline like offside, it was the tightest of margins. I thought that it was offside first of all, but well happy with that, especially since a lot of people brought Martinelli in and he didn't fire even though he played really well. That was prime for us really.
Yeah, not so prime as Reece James scoring an own goal.
He had a shocker that game. I don't know if you watched it. He was terrible.
Yeah,
all away loads. Yeah, not good.
Yeah, it's a bit worrying that he might get dropped for a couple of games soon. But like I say, I think I'm going to be
everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'm going to be playing my wild card, and I don't think I'm really going to have. I'm not going to have Salah. I'm not going to have any Chelsea players probably. So fuck it. It's only 1 more week, and then it's gonna all change.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit above average, wasn't it?
I think average was like not even 30. Was it? It was like 20 odd.
You noticed that the most captain was Salah, which I think just shows that how many people aren't actively playing, or at least missed that one. The boxing. I know Dom, who's been doing really well, he actually completely missed it.
Or because of the crash?
No, I think he just probably Christmas and stuff just didn't get around to it. But Josh, got affected by the crash. He was waiting until the very last minute in case there was any last minute cancellations.
Yeah.
And obviously, what was it? The last 15 minutes, it was crashed.
I think so. Yeah, I called it, didn't I? On our WhatsApp, I was like, it's probably best to get your changes in a bit early because everyone's going to be waiting until last minute. I'm so glad that not that my team did that great anyway, but yeah, you would have been fuming if you didn't know what your team was, and then all of a sudden you log in later and be like, nothing's fucking saved.
Yeah, that was a big shout actually, because I don't know, when you said that I was like, surely it won't actually crash. I didn't, but it did. So okay, that was a good. You picked that out. But yeah, that's it. Nothing else really to say about the team. It was good to see Antonio finally do something. Off the bench. All in all, not too bad. But and like I say, I think it was a good week to play your free hit if you pick the right players. But I don't think that I would have really. So.
Too much uncertainty, I still think, at the moment for that you can go into a free hit, even with a team of 15 that you think are going to play, you'll still be lucky to get 11 play 90 minutes. You're a bit unlucky with Cancelo considering you were 4-0 up and he got an assist.
Although still, it was still, other than kind of other than a couple of players, it was still a decent captain choice because it was slim pickings.
It was.
But yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more. He got an assist in the first half, so it was a bit unfortunate. it was 279k in the end. So yeah, United, Ronaldo screwing you over basically.
They were shocking.
Yeah.
Maximan was tearing them apart, but
well, yeah, he's literally saying United still shit. Would you bother with any United players? It's a good question because I'm on about doing this wild card, and the obvious thing to do. Do you know what though? The only player, and I've been saying this for a long time, but he's not been started for whatever reason, is Cavani. And
yeah, and then I knew as soon as he came on, I was watching a view, so I was like, he's gonna score. Ronaldo's gonna get sent off or something.
He's not been playing because he's not been fit, right? It was an injury.
Sure.
I think it was an injury and then illness, and then I don't know, but I think if he's got to start playing, and he's got to start starting if he's fit.
Yeah, I mean Ronaldo is looking like gassed out last night, so I'll be surprised if he even starts the next game, considering it's only like 3 days away. Saying that, I've made my bed and I've got to fucking keep him for at least. Like, I'm not going to change my plans just because he had one bad game and United were shit. I know, I've got to just stay with it.
What about Lukaku though? Because
I know, yeah, it's out. But then after that they've got Liverpool and City. So it's like,
yeah, they do, yeah, and he's got a habit of not really showing up in the big games.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm over him. I did think about maybe bringing him in just for this week, but
Ronaldo, man, not. I mean, aside from the fact that he's just way too expensive for what he's producing, really. I know he had a good start, but realistically, but also, it's hard to get behind him, isn't it? Is it? Unless you're a United fan, it's hard to even want him to do very well. So, I feel
he was at his petulant best last night. He was going around berating all of his teammates, basically saying how shit they were, even though he was having an absolute mare.
Yeah.
Then flying into challenges like, leaving a leg in there, he got booked. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he got sent off, to be honest. He's just, what about?
Yeah. But all right, let's have a gander at your team then for the week. But yeah, United players, Cavani's the only one, and I think I am probably gonna put him in as an early differential. But yeah, that's about it. So you captain Ronaldo as well? Shit.
Yeah, so I took Salah out with this whole African nations thing coming up, and Ronaldo on paper, Ronaldo had better fixtures and everything else. I thought if I've got him in, I've got to captain him. But yeah, obviously Newcastle scored earlier, then United just never got into the game. So it's just like I knew after about 20 minutes that it was a bad shout. Tierney was basically my saving grace this week. With a goal and a clean sheet.
That was a big shout. I was gonna say though, well, obviously the Arsenal game's been cancelled now, but
which is fuck, mate.
Nuno Tavares would have come in though, surely, for that. Because it was such a quick turnaround.
He would have done, so he would have been out this week regardless, I think. Anyway.
Yeah. Just talk through your team a second. There's someone at the door. Just talk through your team.
All right, so the other obviously massive mistake was putting Dele in. I had enough money to get Mora. Basically my choices were Mora, Ward-Prowse, who else did I consider? I think it was mainly those two, but I went for Dele just because he had a good game. I think it was against Liverpool in the League Cup.
That was harsh on it. You were weighing up Dele or Ward-Prowse.
That's what I was just saying, yeah.
Ward-Prowse free bonus on it as well. And a pair.
Free bonus, goal and an assist. And then Lucas, what was it? 2 assists and a goal? Or a goal and an assist as well?
Yeah.
Fucking annoying, but now he's another one I'm stuck with this week where it's like they've got a quick turnaround. Do I just keep him in there? And I have just because I've got to just try and keep it a bit tight with the old transfers.
Yeah.
I mean, the one good thing is, like we said, Foden didn't play or he only came on for a little bit. So he's surely got to start this game now. I'm a little bit worried about these two because
I thought you said Diaz did he get the assist or not? Or
he got it in the end. So they gave it to him, took it away, and then they gave it back.
I see. Yeah. That's bizarre. Normally, I swear, once they made a decision, like they don't really. It's rare that they
change it. Yeah,
change it. But just to give the context of that, because you were saying because they didn't give it because it was a handball. It was an assist, but it came off his arm.
So on Twitter, they gave it as on the page. It said, Diaz assist, but then the points I was sat here refreshing and nothing was happening. And then I was like, "What's going on?" And everyone was saying that because it was handball, that they hadn't given it, and they didn't give it until like a couple of hours after the game. I didn't see them saying anything about it, but yeah, I mean, it did hit his hand, but the goal stood. So in my mind, it's just still, or at least in fantasy terms, still counts. I would have been pretty.
It definitely should have still counted. I just think it's kind of funny that fantasy
Yeah.
is basically making VAR decisions when VAR literally looked at that for about 2 seconds and they were like, yeah, fine. Which whatever, like I'm not moaning about that, but then fantasy have obviously looked at it and gone, well, that's clearly a handball. So it's just like, fuck's sake.
Yeah, we've got enough fucking shit to deal with without them blooming pissing around with decisions like that.
So annoying.
Who do I have on the bench? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, I just left my free. So at least they all, other than Delhi, they all got some minutes.
Yeah.
And like you said, you called Antonio and he did come on at half time, didn't you? And he scored pretty much straight after.
Yeah, this is the thing with West Ham, innit? And I said it a while ago, but they don't, especially up front, they've got zero strength and depth. And so even though Antonio's not even really been on form, he's never going to get dropped. He was obviously a doubt for that game, which is why he was on the bench. But as soon as they needed him, he came on. Yeah. They've got to buy a striker in Jan because they literally just have Antonio and that's it. Like zero, no one else.
They'll regret it if they don't buy a striker because obviously they have fallen off it a little bit, but they're still in with a chance of at least top 6. Obviously they're going for top 4, but
yeah. Even if they got like Martial on loan or something, I'm not.
I can see that.
I'm the biggest fan, but like, yeah. Although United probably wouldn't do that because they're genuinely a competitor now. So yeah,
same for Lingard probably because I'm sure they'd like to get him back.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so we drew. Well, there you go. After all that deliberation of what to do,
I know. It just felt like 1 week. So it's like I put a lot of effort in for very little reward.
I mean, I can only hope that that not using the free hit and having 2 in the bag is going to come in.
Useful. It will do, man. Because like the double game weeks, especially now, there's been even more postponements. Like Arsenal are going to have a double now. Like basically City are like the only team that aren't going to have a double. And that's why I'm thinking it's good to keep your team like City based. And then once the double game week comes around where they're not in it, you can just free hit without their players, or you'll probably still even want to keep 1 or 2 of them in anyway.
So
I think it's definitely worth having your chips in the bag.
I think that only I don't know, like now that there are so many double game weeks coming up, so many teams have had games postponed. I know like some more than others. Obviously Spurs are free or whatever, but it's kind of making me think it's going to make it a bit harder to really trump other people because there's so many to choose from. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's the thing as well. You can't obviously use 2 chips at once. It's not like you could free hit and bench boost and have like an unbelievable squad of like everyone having 2 games.
No.
So yeah, you have really got to think about like try and map it out as best you can. But obviously, it's fucking hard at the moment. I mean, the other thing is that you could get to a double game week and there could be postponements there, so you've saved it up for nothing. Like,
yeah, what we need is for rather than the double game weeks to be like chunks of all the games. So like basically, half the teams in the league are going to be playing twice anyway. Needed to be a bit more kind of spaced out so that like there's more of them. To spread them out.
Unfortunately, I think because of the limited gaps, the double game weeks are going to be like full on. Like, everyone's going to play like type thing.
Yeah.
Apart from Spurs, maybe because they've got the highest amount of games to catch up on.
That's the thing, but everybody's gonna, basically going to go for Son and Kane, innit? You would think second half of the season, it's just it's the very obvious thing to do. Obviously, Lucas Moura was had a really good week, and I think that he is a good alternative potentially.
I didn't know why, but I thought that he was like a mil more than Dele, and I checked last night, and he's only like 0.2 more, 6.5. He's a bargain, really. I mean, it'd be. Because there's rumors that Daddy's going to go in January, so I'm leaving in this week. Hope that he plays. If he doesn't, then obviously he's out. But if he does leave, then that means that Lucas Moura is like nailed on to start basically. So 6.5, he's like sort of like what Jota is to Salah. Like you can use him to, if people have got Kane and Son and you can't afford them, you can whack him there to sort of counter it a bit. So yeah, he could be a big one.
Yeah. It's this consistency of him though, isn't it? Over the years that he's been there, he has little bursts of like looking quality and then long periods of not really doing very much. So just
probably missed a bit on him.
All right, let's have a look at the league and then we'll get into our teams for this week. So yeah, Greg the highest score. Billy did really well as well. But yeah, Greg highest scorer of the weeks with a 66.
So he got fire as well, didn't he? The first sort of like 20 minutes of the game week, like loads of his players had scored.
Oh, it was literally such a good start. I mean,
Saka was a good shout.
Played it really well. Like Riyadh was a really good shout that I don't think a lot of people would have gone for. Saka as well. Most people would have gone just Martinelli probably. But Saka 16 points. He's been on fire recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's still only like 6.3. So once our fixtures get a bit better again, he's definitely like Pepe's not really getting a look in, so he's nailed on to start every week basically.
Yeah, I think that's going to be that's definitely a consideration for when I'm playing my wild card, either Martinelli or Saka. But I think Saka is maybe slightly more consistent and, like you say, more of a guaranteed starter week in, week out. Smith Rowe's got to come back in. Oh no, the game's been cancelled. I keep forgetting. I was like, Smith Rowe will definitely play next game, but now there isn't a game. So, and I suppose that's a good. Greg might have got away. Well, not got away with it, but it's the other benefit of the free hit is now is free Arsenal players will be taken out.
Yeah.
So, so it might be looking good ahead of this week.
Yeah. The other thing with Arsenal is Odegaard's playing so well that it's hard for Smith Rowe to come back in. It's not like he's done anything wrong, but if he's doing well off the bench, and why change it? So I think he probably will stay on the bench for a bit longer.
Yeah, I think he's got to come out after this basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kane captain was a bit unlucky because obviously Palace went down to 10 men and then they took Kane off straight away to rest him.
Yeah.
So that was a bit unlucky, but yeah, all in all, really strong. What about the bench? Was there anyone?
Yeah, he had Lamptey first on the bench. That's a bit unlucky.
Yeah, that's unlucky, but it's good backup though in case anyone didn't play. Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, that was well played. Billy, man, his form recently has been he's been on it.
He's like 60 plus every week,
and he played a free hit as well. Very similar, but he went for Tierney. That's where a lot of his points came from.
Yeah, so Bernardo as well. So yeah, but again, he's only beaten us by 20 points with a free hit. I mean, I guess that is probably about par for the course, isn't it? Like when we
I'd say 20 points for using a bonus is pretty good. But I think we were very lucky that Martinelli and Ronaldo, especially for the free hit teams, because everybody would have gone for those two. So we were lucky that they didn't really produce, or it could have been a lot worse.
Yes, yeah. No, yeah, that's a solid team. Yeah, very similar to Greg. It's only like one player, two players different. Yeah. Did he have any bench? Yeah, maybe. Oh, and Laporte, fucking hell.
Yeah, a bit strange that he was last on the bench, I thought. But yeah, that's just unlucky. Maybe he didn't want to. Like, we did score 3 goals, to be fair, so it wasn't a bad shout. But like, I do think I was thinking this the other day. Centre backs against Leicester, get them in, man, because like Van Dijk today, I bet that like Van Dijk will be rubbing his hands today.
He's back in there.
Is he back? Yeah. Well, yeah. I might even stick some money on him to score a header or something.
I haven't seen the stats, but I'm guessing you boys are up there for like most goals conceded from set pieces.
Top from corners. Definitely top. Like last year we finished second, and this year we're top. Yeah, it's atrocious, man. Dom, like I say, forgot to do his team, so he didn't actually do that much worse. That what a savior that is. Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, did Davis not play?
Nah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Because I nearly put him in. So
I mean, yeah, that Lacazette captain has literally. So in the end, he's not done that much worse than us.
nah.
Unbelievable.
Fucking hell.
Um,
Let's have a quick look at Page. I mean, yeah, everyone's teams are very similar, aren't they? Even if whether you free hit or not. Yeah, he loves the Laporte. I think he's done quite well for him.
yeah. Joe Linton, obviously everyone's raving about how he played yesterday. He did play really well, but he's basically playing like defensive mid, and he was like centre.
He's playing centre mid. Yeah, he's quality. I really rate him, even though he doesn't score and like sort of, but he's just an all round good player. But yeah, fantasy wise, he's not going to really. Although saying that, St. Maximan and Wilson are both injured now, so he's probably going to start up front. Be back
True.
up front.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but yeah, Son captain would have been a lot around off that. If that goal he scored, man, he came off straight after, didn't he?
It is like borderline offside, and then fucking he came off literally. I don't know if that was the plan, if he was going to be coming off anyway, because I didn't really see the game. But yeah, a bit annoying. He scored.
Yeah, because that was big for us because we would have got away with it big time if he had with the amount of captains that he'd had. Yeah, we'll look at Matt and Perns, and then we'll move on to our teams. How long we got?
Matt played his wild card because he saved it like right to the end, and he didn't really know what to do. But it worked out not too bad for him. 52 is a good score that week.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, a bit unlucky with the United. Yeah, United cost him badly there, really.
Yeah. I thought Dallo got an assist. You must have.
Nah. No, mate. Cavani shot and it bounced back off the defender.
Oh yeah, it was Dallo that yeah. And then he
and then you're not getting the assist for that. I mean, even
I forgot
even Cancelo's one, like Casper's pushed it out to Gundogan. It's never an assist, really, is it? Like,
no, I was debating when you said about that one though, and then I watched it on Match of the Day. That should never have been an assist because it wasn't on target or like
I swear they didn't used to give that. I don't know, like I swear they didn't used to give those. But now, like rebounds off the keep, I swear any rebound off the keep, if someone shoots or crosses and then the keeper spills it and then someone else scores, that first person always gets the assist now,
regardless of if it's on target or not. The original shot or pass, whatever.
I remember when Vards that time when I complained to them because. What was it, early last season or the season before? Vards put a cross in and he got the defender got like a toe on it, so it deviated slightly. And then the striker tapped it in and they didn't give Vards the assist. And it's like, that is way more of an assist than the keeper parrying it out to someone. Like, I don't get it.
Pretty sad that he's done his wild card though, and then Arsenal have been postponed, so he's got 3 players out straight away. But he's got players back in, so
so not too bad. Yeah, I'm glad I kept. See, I'm glad at least I've kept the Liverpool players.
Yeah, Pernell's kept up his good run of form.
Yeah, he's making a comeback after a horrendous little spell in the autumn. Odegaard he's gone for, which is
nice. And Maddison,
Madders
just to rub the salt into the wounds.
I know. I mean, if I had brought in Madders when I was kind of saying a few weeks ago, it would have been really good because, like you say, he's had some big weeks. Where I said he complained. Of course I did, mate. Of course it was a formal complaint by email, and they did actually write back and explain, and it wasn't. The explanation was not satisfactory, like I say. But apparently, now they make retrospective decisions, whereas then they certainly did not. All right, cool. Let's get into our teams, I reckon.
Teams, yeah.
I will. Obviously, I'll get the word around about the head-to-head league. Starting on the 1st.
So, all I've done is take Ramsdale out for De Gea. We're sort of chatting just quickly before we came on about Everton because they've got quite strong fixtures, starting with Newcastle this week, which, like we said, with St. Maximan and Wilson being out, looks absolutely, and they haven't played in a few weeks. They should be a lot fitter than Newcastle. Should be primed for a win and a clean sheet. But Howell was sort of alluding to injuries and COVID at the end of the game last night, saying that they're going to be struggling to field the 14 that you need to play. So I reckon they're going to be looking for a cheeky postponement there, which is the only reason I haven't put Pickford in. I would have gone for Pickford, but I've gone for De Gea. Other than that, everything else is the same. Just the Liverpool boys come back in. Obviously, I haven't got Salah now, so I've got to stick with Ronnie. Home to Burnley. I'm not really that confident about it, but that was the plan, so I've got to stick to the plan.
Are you not tempted to captain Jota because we're so shit?
That was my. I mean, I've viced Trent because I know Firmino's back and he's got an awesome record against you boys. So I've got a feeling that Jota maybe might not start or might only play like 60 minutes. Thinking there.
Sticking with Foden. So obviously forced a little bit with De Gea because of Ramsdale. I was thinking of doing the same. Have you taken -4?
No, that's just my one free transfer.
Oh, okay, yeah. So because that Everton Newcastle game is a little bit concerning now. Ahead of, I really don't know if that's going to go ahead, but I mean, hopefully.
Yeah, I was going to put Keane in for Tierney and Pickford in for Rams. So I was going to double up on the Everton because if you look after Newcastle, they've got, I think, Norwich next, is it? No, you've got Norwich next. So I'm looking at some Leicester players. They got Brighton. So they've got 2 home fixtures, Everton, and then Norwich. And they've got some double game weeks to come because they've been one of the most affected, haven't they, by I think they're 3 games behind now. So you probably want to, if I'm going to do a wild card, I'll be thinking about putting some Everton players in there, probably Calvert-Lewin as well.
Those Leicester fixtures, Norwich and then Burnley. I think I'm going to have to, obviously Madders and probably Vard's going to have to be on the radar because Daka's injured for I think for about 3 weeks. But Kelechi, what did he get? He got a goal and 2 assists.
He's going to be off to African Nations, isn't
he? Yes. Yeah, he will be. Yeah.
So Vardy could be.
It's Vardy. That's all we've got at the minute then, basically. Well, once Kelechi goes. But I wonder if Kelechi will play then because it'll still be available for those 2 games.
Use him while you can, yeah.
Have to see what happens tonight.
Yeah. I did consider Dennis captain because West Ham been conceding a lot of goals and he's going to be fresh because they've had a little break. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. So, yeah. I mean, I think this team looks all right on paper. Obviously, there's quite a few worries about rotation, especially with these 2. But, yeah, I think it's all right for one free transfer.
Yeah. No. I think
I've got Dele first on the bench and these 2 remain for now. But I'll be taking those out. I think I'll probably take Smith Rowe out for Maddison next week because I've got a little bit of extra cash left over to do that. Seems like the obvious change. And then Tierney for like a Michael Keane or Dean probably.
Yeah. No, I think that that's actually a very decent. I think Man City, Brentford, Man City could. Well, you'd expect them to get a clean sheet and kind of pace them really, and then Ronaldo. I mean, if he doesn't do anything at home to Burnley, then he really is like.
I mean, I think it could be like if Salah fucking smashes you boys and Ronaldo has another mare, or to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets dropped because he was that bad. So it could be like 30-40 point swing if things don't work out for me. But
you've got to be a bit concerned about Salah tonight, innit?
I'm very concerned. Up against fucking.
We had Luke Thomas, Amati, Vestergaard, and he was right back. All Brighton was right back. That was our starting 4. Jesus.
I'd have to spend -8 to do it because obviously because they're different positions. I'd have to take Ronaldo out for like someone cheaper and then Salah in for probably Smith Rowe. So I just thought for the -8, just got to stick with Ronaldo and just hope that he gets a goal.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be a nice little differential if Salah does struggle and he does all right. All right, I got my team up. Let's have a look. So the only transfer I made was Watkins. Obviously, Villa don't have a game. Watkins out for Calvert-Lewin. I did that quite early on, so I'm a bit concerned about that game being cancelled. But I suppose Broha on the bench isn't a bad.
That's the thing. It's not like he's gonna. I mean, if it goes ahead, he's gonna start, and he's probably gonna do quite well. If not, then you've got Broja who's been playing all the time. So it's not so bad. You've got that little bit of insurance.
Yeah, I think he's becoming a bit of a key player for Saints. I don't know. He doesn't often play the whole 90, I think, but he's he's doing all right.
Yeah.
So similar kind of thing. But yeah, obviously still got Salah in. I'm still got those two City boys, hoping both will start this game, but good chance Bernardo will be dropped, will be rested, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mason, Calvert, Antonio, and then same old back four. But my only issue is obviously because I did my transfer early.
Yeah.
At the moment, I've got Ramsdale. I'm not going to have a keeper. So similar to you, I was thinking about De Gea, but how worth it is it, do you reckon, a -4? Because basically you're either going to gain 2 points if he gets a clean sheet, or you're going to lose 2 points.
I mean, I'd be looking at it in the fact that we've got City next as well. So it's 2 games that he's probably... I mean, he might get a lot of save points against City. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet against them. So, but then we have got a few all right fixtures after that. So,
your
options are like De Gea, Pickford. If you've only got 2 Liverpool, then Alisson's an option.
No, I don't have enough money. I don't think. Not for one of the big boys. Like Lloris, I thought might have been a shout, but obviously, no, I can't afford him. I think it would have to be. It's got to be De Gea, really.
Yeah, I think. Lloris is one of the most transferred in, I think. But De Gea, United still look dodgy at the back, but makes a lot of set. Like he made this unbelievable save from Almiron in like the last minute last night. So I think he's good. He's the same as Ramsdale, like good for a bonus with his crucial saves.
Yeah, and like you say, I mean, Max, I'll lose 2 points this week by playing him basically, unless they concede like 2 home to Burnley, but you hope not.
I guess because you've got. Like a lot of people have got Bernardo. If he doesn't play, it's not the end of the world because everyone's in the same boat. So
De Gea is cheaper than Pope. It's quite funny, isn't it? Like Man U's goalkeeper cheaper than Burnley's. I am doing that. I don't like going into a game of 10. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you're already like losing before you've even started. So
I do think the one thing with Burnley is that they. Like Newcastle were actually pressing and they were all over United last night, and we just know that Burnley will just not do that. They'll just revert to type and they'll just sit in their 2 banks for. So United are going to have all of the game. So I think for as poor as they were last night, I think they will beat Burnley. Like have a clean sheet.
That's got to be one of the easiest clean sheets of the season, and it realistically at home to Burnley, you should. Come on. I mean,
their only threat is crosses basically, and United have got Maguire and Varane who are both decent in the air. So
would have been good to have a look at kind of a wildcard plan, but I don't have time today. But we'll do another one ahead of the fixtures on New Year's Day. And I'll have a proper look at it then. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see if all these fixtures go ahead as well. Like we say, Everton, Newcastle is kind of looking dodgy. Who was it who cancelled their last games? Watford. Are we sure that Watford are okay now?
Yeah, Watford are fine.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, the other dodgy thing with Ronaldo is with United not being until Thursday, it's like, in a way, I'd rather have a captain that's playing today just because that it's too late for any cancellations now. But
yeah, true.
Yeah. So but hopefully they're over their COVID, and obviously Burnley have been off for a little bit, so I can't see that'd be pretty unlucky if that got cancelled.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wonder whether even Mount at home to Brighton might be a good captain shout. He does look really even the last game, he didn't score any points, but I don't know if you watched it. He was well involved.
He should have. He fucked that one, didn't he? When he took it around the keeper, he just panicked a bit.
Yeah. He had time. He had basically an open goal and had time. Yeah, he should have done better.
He's still there. It's like talisman. I'm sure that he'll be playing 90 minutes most weeks.
Yeah. But that's it. I mean, for the time being, it's a pretty full schedule. So most people, Arsenal is gonna have screwed some people over. So many people got Ramsdale that there'll be a lot of things there because no one really has a substitute keeper who plays in it, so it's sort of forced the transfer. So there'd probably be quite a lot of -4s again. You would have thought.
Yeah, it's definitely worth doing because the value is going to go down as well. With it, everyone's going to be doing the same change, Ramsdale to De Gea. So De Gea's going to go up, Ramsdale's going to go down. So yeah, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, but yeah. So and overall, how are you looking? Just before we go, like, is how's that affected you that last week?
I dropped to 25k overall from a high of like 14, I think.
That's still good though. Still
good. Yeah. Just if I can just survive these next few weeks and just have a just above average game week, then I'll be happy with that. Anything above that's a bonus. Then start strategizing once the picture becomes a bit clearer with the double game weeks. There should be double game weeks in not next week, but the week after and the week after that. They reckon game week 21 and 22. Mainly game week 22 is the one.
Well, that'll probably be it's at the same. This is the thing because that's at the same time that Chelsea are away and Salah and a few others are away. Everyone's going to end up with the same double game week team in it, basically. So that
I see that because Arsenal drew Liverpool as well in the League Cup semi-final. That our game against them is being postponed sometime in February. So Arsenal missing a few. Other than this week, they've got another. So they've got Chelsea that they're missing because of the Club World Cup and that. So when you're doing your wild card, Arsenal players might not be the greatest shout.
It would be good to know soon what those double game weeks are. Because if I am going to do my wild card on the 1st, then I kind of need to know that so that I can plan if they're going to be that soon after.
I've got this guy. Well, just
I suppose it's probably going to be Spurs. Probably going to be you can probably guess, but still, it'd be good to know.
The guy worth following on Twitter is Ben Krellin. He does like a spreadsheet of like the likely double game weeks coming up. He splits them down into like likely, probable, unlikely. He's put the hours in. So
nice. On the next pod, we'll bring it up and have a look at what he's mapped out.
Yeah. Glad that he's done the hard work for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, cool. All right, we'll leave it there.
Good luck with the darts.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, enjoy. Hopefully I'll get most of the session before I set off for the footy.
Who's streaming it in a stadium where you're 3-0 down?
I'm pretty cut that I'm missing it, to be fair. Although, maybe catch the first game in a pub or something. Before, I don't know, it'd be tight.
Cross against Gurney's got a good look to it.
Yeah, Cross did look quite good in the first round, didn't it? But yeah, I reckon Lennon underdog first game in the afternoon.
You reckon?
Yeah, against Merv. Yeah, I reckon he's from what I've seen, that Lennon's been playing really well. So there's a chance, I reckon.
And it's your boy Searle after that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, let's get stuck right in. But yeah, nice one. We'll catch you for one more before the new year, probably. I don't know when we'll squeeze it in, but we'll try our best.
Yeah. All right, nice one, man.
All right, cool. Cheers all.